Whether you're a first-time builder or have experience, avoiding these common pitfalls can save you time, money, and a lot of stress. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Sean Coy. I am the owner and president of SDS Homes Construction. And with me, as always, my lovely, beautiful wife, Chantel.
Hi, my name is Chantel. I am the CFO and office manager. Yeah.
So today we want to talk about the top 10 things to avoid when building a custom home, correct?
Correct. These are big.
Yes. So we're here to help you guys out. If you decide to build a custom home, these little podcasts that we're doing can help you guys in the whole process and help you understand the things that go into building a custom home, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So today, let's go through 10 of them. I'll do number 1, which is poor planning and rushing the design phase.
You don't want to rush this stage. That's probably why it's number 1.
How many times have clients down the road after plans have been submitted
Yes.
told us, oh, can we add a bedroom? Can we add a upstairs office? Right?
There's always something.
And that's literally almost impossible because now you have to literally go back to the very beginning, get a whole new set of plans drawn up, and go through the approval process.
What you don't want to do.
Correct. So poor planning and not thinking of your design early on is one of the mistakes people make, right? So we're here to help you guys and avoid that. Don't rush it. Don't rush that stage of the process because you want to make sure the floor plan you have is what you want. You want to make sure that the design of the house, even the look and the feel. We've had clients say, oh, I thought my house was Spanish. What? Your house is Spanish?
No.
Yeah, I wanted a Spanish house. Well, that's not what's on the plan.
Yeah,
so.
That's not what you delivered.
Yeah. So poor planning and rushing the design phase is very important. That's number 1 thing to avoid.
Wait, can I add just one small teeny thing? It's that I think people in their mind, the faster I get this done, the faster the process goes, the faster it gets to county to get checked. Well, then if you change something, you got to go through that whole process again. So just take your time in the beginning. That way you don't have to go back. But I know people are rushing because, instantaneous. They want things done fast. Yeah. So, sorry, that was my little.
That's fine. Good point.
Thing to add.
That's what we're here for.
Number 2. So I know a lot about this. Underestimating the budget. So things cost a lot when building a custom home, depending on what you're putting into it. But when you decide, by yourself or with your husband or wife, what the budget is going to be, it's very, very important to stay within those constraints. We do our best. When you guys come to us and you're saying, this is our budget, we tell you exactly what you're able to build for that and what you can get. But then people are like, okay, this is my budget. This is great. And then they're saying, oh, people are going to upgrade this. Well, guess what that does to your budget?
Right.
All right. It just blows it out the water.
Right.
So just, not underestimating what things cost, what you want in your home and the things that you want to do is, kind of keeping that in mind.
Right. And like appliances, right? Like that's something
I didn't even mention that.
We budget X amount of dollars for it. And then when it comes time for them to choose their appliances, they're over $100,000
Yes.
sometimes. And that's $100,000 in a $2 million budget is a big percentage.
Yes.
So and if you're doing a construction loan, the bank's not going to just be like, oh, you need another 100? Here you go.
Definitely not.
Right?
Yes.
So it's good to get with the architect, the builder, right, and the client. All 3 should be together discussing the budget because an architect, unfortunately, they just design what's beautiful. And they'll just design whatever. They don't think about the budget necessarily. They just want to create something that's beautiful. And if that is not in your budget, we need to be there to wrangle them, squeeze them down a little bit and say, look, this is where we need to be. So
yes. And you're good at that.
I try to.
Yeah.
I try to do it where I don't upset the architect, but at the same time, protect the client.
Yeah, you're really good at that. I'll just throw it out there.
Yeah. Number 3, which leads us to choosing the wrong builder. Now we have a whole podcast on choosing the right builder and how to choose the right builder. You guys can go back and take a look at that if you want. But this is just one of the top 10 mistakes people make. We have several clients over the years come to us after they've already started with another contractor. And they've had to let him go and they parted ways and then they come to us and ask for help. So we wouldn't put this on the list if it wasn't something that we've seen in the past.
Right. And it's just doing your due diligence, right? Not just signing a contract with the first person you speak to, right? It's making sure that you are looking into the builder, asking questions and references and things like that, which we go into in our
Yeah.
other podcasts. But it's very important to choose the right person.
Yep.
Number 4.
Number 4.
All right. So ignoring the importance of location. As everyone says, location, location, location. It is very, very important, right? So if you have kind of a growing family, you want to be, next to schools, right? Or shopping, or depending on the size of your house, also your lot size for that also comes into play. So there are a lot of things that involve, I think, location. It's not
Right.
just, where in, Temecula or, Duluth or wine country. It's also what's surrounding that, what schools and what grocery stores and things of that nature.
I was laughing because I was thinking of one of our clients who purchased the land, loved the location, but then asked us, "There's no snakes, right?"
Oh, yeah.
You know who you are. So this is after the fact, right? But this goes to location. She's like, "I don't want no snakes. I don't want no coyotes."
Well,
But you're living up in the mountains.
where all those things are.
So we had to tell them, unfortunately, yes, you are going to have snakes and coyotes and whatever else is up there. You're in their environment.
You are.
So I think location is important to determine before you know what you do and don't like as far as animals go.
Yes. Well
Right?
put.
Yeah. So I thought that was funny. Number 5, skipping on energy efficiency.
Ooh.
So a lot of people drop money on their budget or cut items that are energy efficient, thinking that it's going to save them money, but in the long run, it's going to cost you money, right? And we're talking about things like windows, your insulation. A lot of times people, they think, oh, just whatever, as long as they look good, that's all I need.
No.
Same thing with insulation. They don't want to insulate interior walls, which is not required, but we do.
Yes.
Right? In all of our homes, we want to insulate interior walls just because of the sound, number one, and the energy, right? The heat and the cool to help keep it inside the house. So skipping on energy efficient things, even your HVAC. A lot of people try to undersize their HVAC unit, go with like a 3-ton or a 4-ton when they actually need a 5 or 2 5s or a 5 and a 3, because you don't want that stress on that one unit.
Yeah,
right?
just
All by
working
itself.
overtime.
Yeah, working overtime, and then it's going to cost you more money in the long run, or the windows aren't as sealed as you think they are, right? So it gets colder, especially up in the mountains, in the hills here in Temecula. Even in wine country, the heat is extreme and the cold's extreme. So you want to make sure you don't skip on energy efficiency, because by the time you realize it, we have to come back and then we have to do a bunch of demo and rip things out.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
You just got in probably not too long ago. So stay away from that.
So number 5, avoid skipping on energy efficiency.
And number 6, not future proofing your home. I don't know how many times I can say this. I know when you get really excited when you're building your home, but you have to think for the future. Are your parents going to live with you? Are you going to have another baby possibly? Like all of those things when you're building your custom home, you need to keep in mind, right? So making one of your room a flex room, so it's easy to convert to a room for your parents perhaps, or a playroom for your kids, or make it into an extra bedroom. Those type of things it's important to plan for. Otherwise, you're going to be calling us back and we're going to be doing an addition, which we can do, but...
Right. And I think, even during COVID, a lot of people had to work from home, but a lot of people didn't have that extra office laying around. So they had to, rip out one of the bedrooms, take out the bed and everything, put a desk. And now I think working from home is the norm, right? So having an office built into your new home is something that you can use later on down the road, especially if you're working from home. So yeah, I think future-proofing your home is really important. And that's definitely a mistake we see, because once people get into the house, they always go, oh, I should have. Oh, I should have.
Okay, but I want people to know that that's always going to happen also.
Well, to minor extremes,
Yes.
right? You don't have to have a big, giant, hey, I forgot to put an office
Well, this is true.
or a theater room. Like, can we add that down the road? No, it's like, no. So, okay, good. Number 7, overlooking the importance of communication. So people are probably like, communication with the builder? No, I'm talking about communication in your home, right? So you don't want to overcomplicate your smart home. then it's not so smart, because then it's just causing you issues.
Not so smart.
Right. You want to make sure that communication, as far as the wires, right? A lot of people don't pre-wire for Cat 5, which you need for your security cameras, right? You need for your front gate, so you can let people in, even a phone line, believe it or not, even though we don't use house phones. I mean, some of us do, but it's pretty much gone now. But you still need a landline to do certain things, right?
Yes.
Even in case of emergencies, if the cell tower goes down or cell network goes down, you want to be able to make a call. So, don't overlook communication aspect of your home. Internet, Wi-Fi, everything that's connected to that.
All those things are very important.
Yeah, the smart home aspect of it. So, yeah, don't forget the security cameras and your, like I said, the gate code, to let people in or out, or to see who's at your gate if you have quite a distance from your house to the gate.
Yeah, that's good. Number 8, focusing too much on trends. I think this is easy for us women to do, right? Because we see something cool and trendy. We're like, oh, I want that in my house, and I want that in my house. It's okay to do trendy things, but I think making sure you don't over trend is important also, right? If maybe this might not be your forever home, and think about how is this going to do for resale, right? Are people going to like the things that I'm putting in my home? Which is good. I say my rule of thumb is to keep those things, your big items traditional, right? So your faucets and your sinks and, toilets and things of that nature. The trendy things can be more of like your rugs, your furniture, things that can be taken out and switched are good to do, because that your big pieces are always going to be, on trend, so to speak.
Yeah, I like it. And we do have people that come back to us later on and said, I shouldn't have done that giant design in the floor. Now it kind of looks weird and we don't like it. Or triangles on the walls, like we've had things that people have come back to us later and said, I wish I wouldn't have done that. And that's a good one. Number 9 would be neglecting outdoor space.
Don't do it.
Yeah. This is just hands down a huge problem in building a custom home is people forget about the outdoor space. They don't know or realize that they need like drought tolerant plants or landscaping, right? Because out here it's very hot and water is a big deal. They don't remember to put an outdoor kitchen, right? They think about it later down the line, and the house might not be set in the right location to have that. Even a pool, right? Jacuzzi, spa, whatever it is. You have to think about the plants too, right? Do you want privacy? Do you want a fence to block your neighbor, or what, there's a lot of outdoor aspects that go to it. People think about just the house alone, and then they forget about the outdoor until we're done. And then they say, hey, can you put a pool in now? It's like, why didn't we do that earlier? We could have done that when we were in the digging stage.
Yeah, the inside of the house and the outside go together. The outside is just an extension of your home. That's just how you have to think about it, right? I mean, California rooms are obviously really big right now. Everybody wants one, which is just an extension, right, of the inside of your home. So things that you're doing inside, you can also do outside, like some of the flooring and things of that nature. So keeping that in mind, I think, right? Yeah. It's just an extension of the inside.
Yep. And again, these are top 10 mistakes to avoid when you build a custom home. So, take these for what they are and just remember them, because these are things that we've seen and people have come back to us on.
Yes.
And so we're trying to do that now, get it out of the way so that we don't have these issues down the road.
Number 10.
Number 10. What's number 10?
Over customization.
Oh, yeah. That's almost like focusing too much on trends.
That's what I was thinking too. But there are a little customizations, are, like you said, in your foyer, I put a SM for Chantel, right? Monique or what have you. Like, that's really customization. So staying away from things like that, which is not considered really a trend, right? It's customized to me. So those are the things with customization. So being careful of those type of things in your home, making them too customized to where, again, like for resale value, or even if you change your mind and your taste and you want something different. I don't want to walk in and see that every day. Right. So just thinking through those things as you're going through the build is important.
Yeah, because when I think customization, over customization, I think people that do like themed houses.
That too.
Right?
Yes.
Like I want a Harry Potter world house, and then you go in and everything's Harry Potter with these weird arches and tunnels, but then
which could be cool.
Which is cool, but if you're at Universal Studios. But then a year or two down the road, or even 3, they're like, oh man, why did I do that? I have to duck my head every time I go in this room, or so
That too.
Yeah.
Good
yeah.
point.
So anyway, over customization, number 10. So these 10 items, hopefully you guys take it to heart. And if you decide to build a custom home, or you're deciding to build one, or thinking about building one, I'm sorry, take these and write them down,
Think about it.
or just watch this a few times and remember
Yeah.
most of them, because we'll also help you out. If you decide to work with us, we'll make sure we sit down and we go over these items so that they don't come back and bite you down the road.
Yeah, and whether it's with us or with someone else, remember these 10 things. They're just important for you.
Yep. So thanks for joining us again on another episode. Hopefully this will be something you guys can learn from. We love doing these for you. We love your questions, and we love your comments. So keep them coming, and we'll keep posting these videos with more to come. So
see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Guys. Bye.